Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 3. We are going to be going over some different paragraph and formatting options, as well as tabs and dot leaders. Those are all things that we will be covering in weeks or chapters 3 and 4. All right, just a couple of things. So if you have just a regular paragraph and you want to change the indent, this is going to be in your paragraph options right here. Right now it is left aligned. You can change it to right aligned so that it lines up on the right column there, or the right margin. You can do center, so everything is centered on the paragraph. Or you can do what's called justified, where it kind of evens it out. It spreads out the letters a little bit so that it's even on both the left and the right margins. Okay, so for some of your assignments, it's going to ask you to have it left aligned or centered or things like that. So those are some of the ways you can change it. There is also, well, one of them is to do a hanging indent, and we'll go over that in just a second. If you don't have your ruler showing, mine is at the top of my Word right here. I believe it's under the View menu and Ruler right there. So you could turn it on and off. But to do some of the things with the tabs that we're going to be doing here in a minute, you need to have your ruler on. Okay. All right. So, oh, I did not mean to do that. So if you want to set up a tab, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can set it up on a blank document. Let me just bring up a blank document really quick. So you can set it up before you even type anything. Let's say that we want to set up tabs at 1, 3, and 5. Okay. So you click on the ruler. Now these are all going to be left tabs. You can change it over here at the very left. If you click on them, it shows what they are. Right now it's a left tab. If you click again, it's going to be centered, right. I forget what this one is, but if you just hover over it, it will tell you decimal tab. And then what's the other one? A bar tab. Okay. And then, yeah, a couple of different options. So this is nice, so that if you wanted to write a list, so well, I'll just type in my name here, Megan Hansen, E240. Okay, and let's say that I want those lined up under the tabs. Sorry, my mind's working slow today. So a couple ways you can do it. You can type in your information, then put the cursor in front of it and press tab. You'll go over to your first tab stop. Okay, or actually, let me just undo this here. Or while you're typing, if you just press in Megan, press tab, and then the next things that you want. Okay, so just kind of an easy way that you can do that. So you can set it up before you start typing, or you can set it up after you've already done an assignment too, or after there's already words there. So so if you want it to be for the whole assignment, you would highlight all of the text and then set up the tab stops so that it applies for all of the text. Okay, so then if I come back and I press tab, okay, then it will be lined up according to my tabs there. Oh, that fifth one didn't work. Anyway. Okay, you kind of get the idea with tabs. Another one is the hanging indent. Oh, so that's just using the toolbar. There's another way. If you're on a PC, if you click on this little down arrow for the paragraph group on the home tab or the home page, and then click on tabs, it brings up pretty much the same options here, and I'll show you how to use this. If you're on a Mac, it's going to be under, I think it's your format menu and then just tabs. All right, so you can see that we have tab stop at 1 and 3. Okay, actually, let me come back to this. For the hanging indent, this is the easiest way I like to do the hanging indent. So a hanging indent is where the first line is at the left margin and then all of the other lines will be indented. So that would be for like your works cited or bibliography. You're going to have hanging indents. So the easiest way that I like to do is I just highlight the paragraph, and then you'll come up here and you'll notice this little marker right here. And if you move in just the bottom the bottom triangle, indented a 1/2 inch, that gives you a hanging indent. Okay, so that way's pretty easy. All right, the other thing that you're going to need to know is dot leaders, and those are pretty simple to do. We're going to come back to our tabs dialog box, and let's say, and I've got my cursor down here because I want to start it underneath this. Let's say that we want to do dot leaders. Now, dot leaders you'd see like on a table of contents where, you know, it has the information on the left and then it has dots all the way over, and it has information on the right. So like your page number, things like that. So the alignment usually would leave it at left. Let's say that we want our tab stop to be, we'll say that we want it to be at 6. So it's almost at the right margin there. So I'm going to put 6, type in 6, and then you can choose which kind of dot leader. You can either do the big dots, little dots, or a line. I'm just going to do that one. And then the key here is you've got to hit set so that it sets that tab stop. And then if you click OK, now you'll notice that it puts our little marker up there on the ruler. So let's just type in table of contents. Now this time when I hit the tab key, you'll notice that it adds in the dots. And then you can just type in the page number or whatever it may be on the right side. So I know a couple of people have already asked if we were going to be covering this, you know, as far as the content goes. And this is a very handy thing to know. The dot leaders and the tabs and your paragraph changes, those are all definitely things that you'll be using as you do reports and, you know, create different documents, whether it be for school or work or just for your own use. It's definitely handy. All right, really quickly, so I don't make this video longer than it needs to be.